I hate Streamlabs. Garbo. Garbo. Okay. I fixed it. There we go. Should be able to hear the music in the background. I'm gonna restart it because this song's a banger. No, this song isn't a banger. The next song's a banger. Okay. So we're gonna be chilling the stream. It's gonna be a chill stream, right? It's gonna be a little chill stream, you know. But it's quite the undertaking. So it's gonna be a lot. How's my day been? My day's been okay. I'm still a little bit sicky. Still got a little bit of a cold going. But overall, I'm coping. I'm coping enough. And I gotta get into the swing of the stream. But I think once it gets going, I'll be doing really good. So I gotta get used to talking a lot again. Because, please show the funny Lego versus Mogus image. Yes, I shall. Give me 2 seconds. I will get that. Where is that image? Terry made a very funny image today. And I very much enjoyed it. Save image as. Why? Why would you put it on that monitor? I actually hate you. Okay. Let me right-click open my downloads. No, I shouldn't need to. I should just be able to add a source. Add an image. Add source. No, new source, please. Image file. Downloads. It's called Shower Thoughts.png, I believe. There it is. So this is a piece of art that Terry made depicting myself and Rowan. Oh, whoops. Very funny. I enjoy it very much. And it's true. Fucking... Okay, I gotta lock this. It's true, considering the content of this stream. This portion is pretty much gonna be what this stream is. And you predicted my haircut, kind of, in this illustration. That's pretty much how long it is now. But it's a very funny picture. Okay, I'm just waiting for... I'm warming up. Anyone joining the stream, I'm just warming up so I don't leap right into it. Don't want to get ahead of myself, you know. I gotta make sure people can join the stream. Terry, it's a very good image, and you should be very proud of it. Yes, the cut does look quite nice. Aiden did a good job once again. Got that foot cut, that clean cut, yo. Damn. So, to preface, there are, I think, 386 minifigs. And there's so many that it had to be split into 2 tier lists. So, sorry if it gets a little confusing, but I promise that if everything on my computer is sorted and this website worked the way it should, then every image should be in the right order. So I shouldn't need to jump around. It should just be one after the other, going through them. Because I've also obviously got them here, so we can analyze them a little bit closer, digest what we like about them, all that kind of stuff. Big shout out to Brickset for every single image that you're going to see in this stream when it comes to minifigs, because they came in clutch. Now, also, keep in mind, I'm only seeing the front view of these characters, not the back view. I don't know how many minifigs have a gem of a print on the back that, like, would make it much better, but, hey, who knows? Hey, man. Hello, Joey boy. Nice to see you here. What? Okay, so we got 3 viewers. Okay. Okay, stream's starting to kick up. Let's go. Let me crack all my stuff. Let me get my back. Oh! Get another one. Not bad. Not bad. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Also, I don't think there's as much latency on the chat anymore, so I should be able to keep up with you guys now. So we can actually conversate. So let's do a little test. Type type Frank's Red Hot in the chat and I'll count how long it takes. Let's see. Okay. Nice! It's like 5 seconds. That's not bad at all. Cool. Thank you. Okay. Good. 5-second latency? That's so comfortable. That's awesome. What do you guys think of the stream thumbnail? I think it's pretty funny. It looks good. I'm gonna send Callum the link to the stream. Excuse me. Gross. I'm a grim little boy. I'm a grim boy. Okay. I'm very eager to get started, but I want to leave it a little bit. Just because, like, come on. We can get more people. The man has stomach on his mind talking about Red Hot. I just had wings and with Red Hot on them. So, yeah. My tongue is still, like, a little on fire. A little. But I'm okay. I do be coping. We got an extra viewer, let's go. Woo! Thank you for joining, Skull Empty. I say if we get 5 viewers, I'll get started. How about that? I feel like... Does anyone else think I should, like, put... I'm not sure. Because I don't have my chat bot up. So I should have, like, a... I should have something to advertise the Patreon, right? Because it is very important. Let me see here. Let me see. Shall I slap my favorite GIF here? We all know it. We all love it. Where is it? Where my boy? And why he Urple? There we go. Hello. Put him down in the corner. Is that going to be obstructed by anything? Because if I... He's also so... He's so whittle. He's perfect. Yeah, and then if I add... Do I have a picture of my sign? I could do a quick render of my sign, but I have a... Yeah. I made a Lego dots sign. But okay, let's add some text. We'll use text for now, and then in the future I'll add it, because I can't be asked to, like... What, you want me to put effort in on my stream? Excuse me? No. Okay, that's fine. Ignore that says viewer count. We're gonna change that. Okay. Put him under there. Okay. Figure out. Okay. And then go to type in here. Patreon.com/markerpath. There we go, blood. Patreon.com/markerpath. Cool. I think I'm gonna move him over a little bit so that he is pointing at it. There we go. Perfect. Prime. That's brill. That's brill. And we have 5 viewers. So, without further ado, my friends, we are ranking every Lego DC figure that has existed in physical form. I'm so excited. This is gonna take forever. So, starting off, we've got the iconic Batman figure. What do I have to say? We all know it's S straight off the bat. Like, we all know that. He's just perfect. I don't know how they got him so good on the first try. Like, I just can't perceive of any other way that they would have, you know, like, done it in 2006. They just nailed it. Like, his colors are really good, like the color distribution. The symbol is unmistakable. his little funny line mouth, everything about it is perfect. And again, hey Micropath, I just wanted to say that I love your videos and you're arguably the most talented brick film animator. That is untrue. I am definitely not the most talented. I could name you a handful of creators that are way better than me, but I do deeply appreciate that you view me so highly. Do you recommend making a watermark? Always, always. I've never had my content stolen, but I don't want to risk it. Why risk it? There's no point. So whenever I have the opportunity, I do watermark my stuff because like why not? Where was I? Yeah, this guy's perfect. It's easy. It's easy. He's brilliant. He's brilliant. And like if you've again, we're coming back to this. If you've ever watched a Forest Fire 101 animation, like this is everything. Wait, I discovered your videos from someone reposting your videos on Twitter because there was no more watermark I had. What? People repost me on Twitter? Huh. I mean, there's like maybe a handful of my videos that I didn't watermark because I knew that they would. Oh, yes! The Super Mega video. I remember that. That is the one time it got stolen. For some reason, a Super Mega account, like a fan account, took my animation, but they took the landscape version, and then they reposted it in portrait, even though I made a portrait version. Weird. And didn't credit me. Don't know why. And then I called them out and they removed it, and then they never re-uploaded it, even though I said you can upload the portrait version. But whatever. Really, I saw him on the Blender Brick server. Yeah, yeah, I guess it's a little messed up, but nah. I'm not too fussed. It was a bit funny, to be honest. When people do stupid shit, I don't get upset. I just find it funny. Um, really, yeah. So, and with Blender Bricks, I was recommended to join there by Heyman Studios, good friend of mine. Um, and yeah, I mean, it went from there. People seem to like me there. I'm glad. Um, so you're a small. Yeah, I am a small animator on YouTube, but I have a pretty big TikTok. Anyway, this guy's going in S because we've literally been here for 14 minutes. Not that's including the start of the stream, but whatever. Okay. Next, Black Suit Batman. This one is also pretty iconic. Um, I never got the chance to own it. I know that it was in a handful of the 2006 sets, and it's pretty cool. Brick Saint, SpongeBob minifigures next? Maybe, maybe. Who knows? I've never owned those. Like I've never owned a SpongeBob set, so I'm kind of like sticking with what I know at the moment. But there's always opportunities to branch out. I don't know how much of a Lego influence I want to be in the sense of people valuing my opinions on stuff. I'm gonna go animate. Just wanted to hop and say hi. All right, Kai. See you later. Well, where were we? Yeah, this guy's pretty good. I don't like him as much as the other one, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. So when you're talking personal preference, I think he's an A. I don't personally like. He's not. He doesn't trigger my nostalgia like the grey one does. For whatever reason. Next up, we got Catwoman, Gen 1 Catwoman. This is a bad image. Firstly, she does have goggles on the other side of her head. What to say about this? This was a turbulent time for Lego faces, because this is also the same era when all the Harry Potter minifigs had really ugly faces, and I think Catwoman is kind of no exception. Her eyebrows are super, like, really thin, and they just didn't have a style yet. They didn't really figure out what Lego faces were supposed to look like. But apart from that, I mean, she's solid. The cowl is cool. It looks way better when the goggles are up, apart from the fact that those don't line up with her eyes at all. Like, not even a little bit. But the print is fine. The mold is cool. She's... she's fine. honestly. I'd say she's a B. If I'm being objective, I feel like she's a B tier. She just feels very middle of the road for me in quality. Very exciting figure, though. What year was it when Harry Potter minifigs had yellow skin? Well, I think the first minifigure of any color that wasn't yellow was like 2003. So after that, probably 2004. Um, or before that. Hello, Casual Casualty. Welcome back. But yeah, fun fact I actually learned. You might know this if you're a Lego fan. Um, so obviously for years and years and years, every Lego figure had yellow skin, and then when licensed themes started coming in, they were like, well, how do we differentiate them? Well, that's not quite what. They made a theme. It was a basketball theme, and the minifigures were brown. Uh, because the people that they were based on had brown skin, and they were like, of course, why wouldn't they? But then it created this moral dilemma of it's the exact same thing that The Simpsons has an issue with brown people being brown but yellow people being yellow. That's weird. So their solution was, in licensed sets, they will represent the color of the character they're based on. So that's why we have cream colored figures or brown figures, and then in Lego City, everyone is yellow, so that anyone can project their race onto the character. Very cool. Very based way to figure out that situation, I would say. Okay, moving on. Next, we've got Two-Face Gen 1 Two-Face from 2006. This minifig, he's so good. His face print is honestly quite grotesque. For a Lego figure, and his hair is so incredibly ambitious for a theme this old. And I think that the few little gripes I have are obviously the waist kind of looks weird. But until if they ever made like a dual molded waist, this is the only solution, was to make this print on. And the other thing is the gray hand. I don't like the gray hand, because I can't tell if it's a glove or if it's supposed to look like his burned side. I can't tell. But honestly, the print is really cool. It's a nice spin on the classic Lego suit. And it's just he's a cool figure. He's A tier. He's really good. He's very good. Solid figure. I gotta pick it up. I'm rambling. This is never gonna get turned into like a VOD. This stream is gonna take forever. Now, Gen 1 Joker. He's great. He's great. You're gonna hear a lot of great. I do have a lot of compliments for most of the figures. There are very few that I dislike, and we'll be seeing them. But overall, I like the Joker. I don't like the grey hands. Again, I don't not a fan of that. It doesn't match. That's the only thing that throws me off. And actually, nah, it wouldn't cost him an S tier. He's just so good. The hair, the face, the way the face matches the hair, like the curve of his eyebrows perfectly fits the insane widow's peak he has going on. Yeah. He's a cool figure. Oh, I had so many of him. I had like at least 2 or 3. I loved him. Great piece. Yes. Some nostalgia for you. Now, the goons. If you use gloves, I use black for villains, white for classy, and reddish brown for normal people. Yeah, I don't know why. Grey is just not a good hand color for most minifigures. Now, we got some goons. I'm going to take both goons and count them as one, because their prints... Okay, let's look at this objectively. Chest, torso prints, bad to non-existent, right? The legs, gray, boring. The hat, interesting, but kind of strange. Face, perfection, and all in the face, still S tier. Still, like, I don't know what you couldn't like about. If you've played the Lego video games, there's zero reason for these to be anything but S. I do genuinely think, like, they're so good. Oh, there's a third one over here. And just the way that simple color change can represent who they work for. Yeah, I honestly, I'm letting my nostalgia cloud my judgment here, but that's fair. If we were being better, yeah, maybe A to B, but I just think that face print is everything. The face print is everything. There's nothing like it. They've never been able to recreate the magic that this face has. He gives video. I know you made a video about this, but you look like a liberal. Also, Two Faces S tier. Maybe, but I've got my own opinions. So next, Killer Croc. This figure is pretty good. Yeah, where does the political part come in? You literally can see my neck. How does that make me a liberal? Wait, shall I get conservative? Wait. Here we go. Do I look like conservative Jay Schlatt now? Oh, wait. Do I look like British Jay Schlatt now? I look horrible. I'm gonna unzip that. I don't know why the political part was even mentioned. Odd. Anyway. Killer Croc. Very good figure. Wish I could have owned it as a kid. I'm a little upset that I didn't. Don't know why he has black hands, but I actually kind of like it. There's something about it that's intriguing and just visually strong about him. But when we compare it to some of the other Croc minifigs that we're going to get in the future, he pales in comparison. Are you adding monetary value to the list? In some cases, it depends. It's going to really depend. I could well factor in aspects of how easy they were/are to acquire. But big figures are in this list as well, and that's why Killer Croc is I'd still say he's A, but he's got some other versions that are really bad, and he's got some other versions that are incredible, and we'll talk about them all. Up next, we are looking at... Are we? Are we looking at Robin? Robin! Hello, Robin. Now, Robin is also really good. We're gonna be hearing a lot of really goods at the start here. Because I genuinely don't have much to say yet. I like him. Again, this figure I got in the... Oh, what Carson, what you just said pointed out a point that I'm gonna make. This is not a, like, I'm not ranking these. I'm making a tier list, but, like, we're not doing high A's, low A's, high B's. No, we're doing S, A, B, C, D, and F. Alright? There's... Just because they're in the middle doesn't mean they're somewhere in between A and B. They need to be strong objective points because the stream's gonna be long enough, right? I can't rank them. But Robin, I think it's fair that the chat is saying B. But this is also he's also the first Lego minifigure that I ever owned. And I have a bit of thing for that. But the version that I had is actually later. This isn't the version that I had. So the nostalgia is not quite the same. I liked him from the... Yeah, I struggle with the alphabet already. I can't do highs or lows. That is true. But I'm going to say B. I'm going to go with chat and say B. I do agree with that. I had this version down here where he had the wonky... He had the more messy hair. So there's a little bit of connection to that I have. Okay, up next. We have Penguin. Now, Penguin. Huh. Reflecting on this, I actually don't think he's amazing. So especially not compared to some of his future outings. His print is, one thing I really hate about old Lego prints, and new Lego prints in some cases, are inconsistent line weights. Like this, the buttons are too thin. Are you only on YouTube? Do you have a Twitch? I do... Oh, I do have a Twitch, but I have more followers here, which is why I've been streaming here recently. Because no one comes to my Twitch streams. Also, yeah, you're right, Terry. His bow tie is indeed loose. And it does... No, it's... I think it's big to convey that he's a bit of a fat guy. Because he's also got one of those tight collars, like the really small triangle ones. But I'm also not a fan of his mouth. Honestly, I think he's like a... Honestly, I think it might be a C tier figure. I think it might be the first C tier figure. Okay. Moving on. We're moving on swiftly to Mr. Freeze Gen 1. Now, no prints on his entire body. But he's still pretty cool looking. Again, video game nostalgia plays a factor in this. I think it hits all of the beats that it needs. The helmet is kind of like a weird alien shape, but it's very nostalgic. That said, there are going to be better and worse Mr. Freezes in this tier list. So I will say he's an A. I do think he's an A, and I think there are S tier Mr. Freezes. There was a new Mr. Freeze minifigure that I didn't know existed that I'm very excited to talk about later. But, okay. Moving on. It is similar to the animated series. You're very right. Yeah. Next up, we got Bruce Wayne. Original Bruce Wayne. He's fine. I don't actually like his hairpiece. I don't like the use of that hairpiece. I've never really been a big fan of that hair. But all things considered, I mean, he's not anything new. I'm relatively sure, don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure that that suit piece has existed before. But honestly, I'm feeling like a C or a D. We'll say C just to be safe. I'm not ready to give out the brutally mean ones yet. All right, we got Alfred. Okay. I love the Alfred figure. He's a very peculiar figure. Like he's the only minifigure I think I've ever seen where his baldness is actually printed onto his headpiece. It's so cool. And again, Forest Fire 101 animations. This is the Alfred. It's like I think he's an A. I love him. Up next, we got Nightwing. I don't like this version of Nightwing. I like the hair. But it's definitely a product of a bygone era. And also, the chest print feels wonky. Oh, it is wonky. Yeah, look at that. That's like... Maybe that's just a bad copy of the fig. I think that his legs need a little something going on, but I don't know what. He's like a B tier. He's like a B tier. Up next, we got Scarecrow. Now, this is the one with the glow-in-the-dark head. Always a bit of a weird feature, in my opinion. But his body print is so good. And every time I look at him, I always see that pose that he's doing in the Lego games with his like arms out to the side and swaying, and he's very evocative. Like you can't not know that that is the Scarecrow, right? So with that, like, he's not an S to me, but he's definitely an A or a B. Probably an A, just because I do like him. I tend to put ones in B's for more that I feel apathetic about. Right. Riddler. Now, Riddler has had a very storied and varied history of Lego figures. And this one... God, it's complicated, man. I have so many, like, connected feelings. Because we're talking about 2006 to 2008. I was 6 years old in 2008. So, like, for 14 years, this figure has been very connected to me. But overall, he is very simple, but you also have to, like, you can't just say that it's too simple and move on, because you have to factor in that this is a half a decade older than everything else in the DC stuff, and like Lego had just come out of bankruptcy when they made this theme. They had just saved their company like very recently. So they were still figuring things out. That being said, he is very simple. The face is unforgettable. I think his face print is really good. Even though it's still got those traits of the old Lego face. But I don't know. I don't know how to. I'm gonna put him in A just because, like, my nostalgia. This is a personal tier list. I'm not objective. I'm not the arbiter of truth and justice in this topic. I am just a guy on the internet talking shit. So, moving on, Poison Ivy. I don't like this figure. Finally, one that I don't like. I don't like her hair. I don't like her face. Her chest print is horrible. And her legs are boring. Yeah, she's not very good. And we get some wonderful Poison Ivies in the future, so I have no shame in putting her in like D tier. Up next, Security Guard 1. This is from the Arkham Asylum set, and I love his face. I really like his face. I actually think the print is really good. I don't see anything wrong with this figure. The best part about this figure is that he's applicable outside of DC. So if you want to use him in any other Lego build that you might be making, you've got yourself a security guard with no effort. Which is great. And his face is really cool. Yeah, he's like an A. And then we've got Security Guard B, who's a little bit weaker, just because he's got the exact same face as Bruce Wayne. And his face doesn't look as good with this hat. I think he might have looked better with a hairpiece. So I'm going to put him in B. Up next, we got Bane. I love the first Bane figure. Even though we get some very cool versions in the future, I think that this one does a lot right. Although it is very kind of gross to see the veins of a Lego figure. But apart from that, I think he is a good figure. They very well captured the comic essence. Iconic, but not too much detail. Agreed. But his face is really good. I'll put him in A. He's an A. He's pretty good. Probably the best one that represents the comics, yeah. Up next, we got the Frank Miller, or is that Neil Adams? Doesn't matter. We got one of the more comic reference outfits for Batman here, with the chunkier bat symbol and the nice hefty belt and this wonderful shade of blue. This was in one set, and I think it was the Scarecrow. They are on the list. They are in the list. Big figs are indeed in this list. Yeah, he was in one set. This I think maybe two. Same situation as Bane. Yeah, accurate, nice colors, a little simple, but meh. I'd personally, I think I'd put him at B. I'm not a big fan of chunky bat symbols, so that's just me. Up next, we got Christian Bale's Batman. This figure is weird. I think there's actually too much going on his torso print. Something's not right. Like, something doesn't feel right about it, and I owned this one, and I never used him. I would always use the other one because this was a bit much, I feel like. I don't know. The thing is, I'm saying this about this, but then when we come around to Pattinson's figure, I'm gonna hail his torso, even though it's way more complicated. But I think that it felt, I think my problem with it isn't that he looks like this. I think the problem is that they put him in sets that didn't really match the Bale movies. Like, they just threw him in the entire 2008 wave, and none of his sets really were cohesive and matched. But apart from that, it's not bad. I'll put him in B with the other one. 2 seconds. I gotta drink. I gotta drink. Okay, we're almost out of 2006. Next, we got the other Robin figure, which came in the Robin's submarine set. Yeah, this one is literally identical to the other Robin, but with less iconic hair. So we're gonna put him in B tier with the other Robin. Okay, and then up next we've got Harley Quinn. Excuse me. This figure is like really good. The headpiece is super iconic. The face, the torso. She has printed legs. Like, of all the figures, they didn't print color on a single. They didn't print anything on a single character's legs for the entire 2006 wave. But for this one character, they were like, it has to be there, and they did it. And that's cool as hell. I think that's S. I mean, she's awesome. Okay, now we're moving into, I think these are the collectible minifigure series from a couple of years ago. So these are going to be more recent. We're going to be bouncing around a lot, but keep up with me and we'll be fine. We got Red Tornado. I'm I don't know. Hello, Green. I think I agreed. I mean, talking to me about too much color is a bit ironic because my entire color scheme is blue, red, green, and yellow. But I think that there is way too much going on with this figure. And the other thing I don't like is his face print. I don't like his facial expression. I think he would look a lot better with a more stoic face. But he looks like Ugandan Iron Man. He's like a... Is it Mr. Miracle? Is that who it is? Oh, that's not Red Tornado. That's Mr. Miracle. You're so right. Oh, Green, good catch. He's still lame, though. See. Up next, we got... I think this is classic Wonder Woman. Yeah. I like the use of the skirt piece. The leg printing is good. The torso is good. She's fine. She's B tier. I think we just say B tier and move on. Alright, we've got Aquaman. I think this is from Flashpoint. Firstly, this hook hand they made is like brilliant. That's so cool. I never thought I'd get to see that in a Lego figure. The hair is a little bit bad, but the hook hand is cool. I actually like the pants a lot. I think his entire body is actually pretty good. I think his hair needs a change, but I think if his hair was different, he would be really good. But I still think he's like an A. I mean, there's a lot of effort that went into him, so. Up next, we got Stargirl. Oh my god. I was gonna say, yeah, she's pretty solid. I don't know what is going on with her mouth here, but I'm not here for it. I'm assuming that's supposed to be braces, right? Well, she is like a teenager. Like Stargirl is a teenager, but still, I don't know. I don't fuck with it. Meh. I'm gonna put it in D. I don't like it. Her printing also looks weak in this picture. Like I don't know if that's just me, but the printing kind of seems like meh. Don't like it. Up next, we got Sinestro, before... Well, this is comic accurate Sinestro. So before the Yellow Lanterns were like a thing, Sinestro was blue, like this. Or his outfit was blue. His face is perfect. His face is perfect. Including the little ridges above his brow. What a brilliant addition. Yeah, he's good. He's good. Given how generous the entire list is, I wouldn't say S, but I would say A. I think he's a very, very good figure. Next, we got Classic Cheetah. It's silly. We're gonna begin with that. But I don't like her. You're a little delayed, yeah. There's like a 5-second delay. I'm not adding extra tears. That's long. Fine. You know what? I yield. I yield. I'll move the henchman down, but I'm not moving Sinestro up. Okay. Her, I'm not big on Cheetah. I'm gonna put her in C tier. Okay, up next we've got New 52 Superman. He's pretty much the same. But he's got leg printing this time, guys. Can we all give it let's all give it up for Superman finally getting leg printing. Fucking a decade into the theme. Well done, man. The chest does not look good. The yellow is not the right shade. It's like a B or a C. I think it's a C. I don't like. Next we got, I think this is Kyle Rayner as Green Lantern. I really like this figure. I like his legs, I like his arms. His torso print is alright. His eyes are a little dark, but it's pretty good. I would give him like an A or a, that's Simon Baz? I don't know. Okay, get over it, Green. Thank you. You could have just corrected me. Okay. Well, since Green is being annoying, I'm gonna put him in F. Kyle Rayner is not the artist. Wait, really? Wait, I gotta Google this. No. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. Kyle Rayner is a character. He's not the artist. Kyle Rayner is a character. This is very clearly a character. Nonsense. Yeah, okay. But I will agree with you. Yes, that is Simon Baz. I didn't know that Simon Baz existed, in my defense. But now, with that said, Simon, he's actually pretty good. I'm gonna put him in A tier, and we're gonna move on and pretend that didn't happen. All right, we've got Classic Cyborg. I don't know. Something's always been off about Lego Cyborg figures. They just did not get the headpiece right. They just didn't get it right. In fact, it's kind of ironic because right here they're so close. I feel like if they made a hairpiece that had the afro on the one side, it would look nicer than what this is. The headpiece doesn't look right. I think if they managed to get the afro to literally like work on this and leave this whole side exposed, I think that would have worked better. But overall, it's also a bit messy. Like, he's quite a messy figure. Well, no, hair. We'll say hair. His hair. I'm gonna put him. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of his... I think there's a bit too much going on. I'm gonna say B. I'll say B. B tier. D? I don't think he's a D tier. Up next, we got first appearance, Batman. I love this. He's so good. He's so good. The custom cowl that they made for him is like so brilliant. The nice details of the purple hands, the way they actually incorporated the goggles into the cowl off design is cool. The legs are great. Yeah, I think he might. Honestly, he's an A or an S. He's very good. I honestly might think he's an S. I think that they just nailed him. Getting new molds is always a plus. Exactly. Up next, Huntress. There is so much right with her, except her face. I think that her face is not it. Something's a little off about the face, but the rest of her is really good. B would be a fair assessment, I would say. I love the purple utility belt. I think that looks brilliant. Next, we got Metamorpho. Now, the fact that we get a crystal clear leg is cool. It's very rare to get pieces like that in those colors. Metamorpho is a weird character. The only thing I'm not a huge fan of is his face. Again, the facial expression doesn't seem quite in character, but he is very accurate. Like extremely accurate. He's still like a solid A or B tier. He's very good. Yeah, the work is there. I'm gonna put him in A. Next we got Frank Miller Joker, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's Joker. I will say, props to Lego for using the Peter Capaldi Doctor Who hairpiece finally for a Joker figure. Long overdue. It looks perfect. Like the hair is perfect for the character, and I wish they would use it more. But he's definitely not an S tier. No way. The face is good. The torso is fine. I like that the coat is the right length, but he's still like an A. He's an A. He's good. Agreed. The hair being pressed down more would have looked nicer. Okay, I think okay. Some of these are real like obscure, and I'm trying my best. I think her name is Bumblebee. I love the hair. Love the hair. The face is good. The print is pretty good, although why did they do that? That's weird. I have a problem with the torso here in that her midriff does not match her skin tone, and then the masking of her midriff is her skin tone. Why isn't this part like... Yeah, I think B. B is fair. Fair is fair, and B is fair. Jesus Christ, we're gonna be here forever. Okay. Up next. By the way, anyone who wasn't here at the start of the stream, there are 2 tier lists because there are so many. We might have to split this up into a couple streams, honestly. Yeah, you can't put 386 items into one tier list. Yeah, there are 2 whole, and most of the ones I really like, a lot of the ones I really like are in here. So, okay. Up next, we got Jay Garrick, Flash. I hate this lightning thing. I hate this lightning thing. I don't like it. No, it's not Flash from the 3rd universe. It's the original Flash before Barry Allen. He's like a B. The helmet piece is amazing, but he's still like a B. Lame. Next up, Batmite. Batmite. The cowl is perfect. I will say that. Like, they nailed the cowl on Batmite. It could not be better. The prints are good. The legs are funny. He's good. Yeah, he's A tier. Let's get through it. Now, for the next like 30 minifigs, we're gonna be stuck in Lego Batman movie land. And Lego Batman movie, I think these are the collectible figures as well. So, we've got Bathrobe Batman. Funny reference to the movie with the lobster scene. The print is awesome. But, I mean, yeah, we'll say A. No, actually, I think B or maybe even C. Not very movie accurate, true. I think we'll say B, because I don't hate it, and I think that print is good. Up next, we've got okay, forgive me on the names here. We've got Rock Death Metal Batman, really cool. I love him. I think he's great. The prints are on point. The custom cowl is cool. I think he's good. I think he's an A tier. Next up, we got this one. I also really like it. I think that the one thing that I would maybe change is a little bit more detail on the feet. Because I feel like the feet don't look... Well, no, those aren't wristbands, Kai. Those are dual modded arms. Those are sleeves. But overall, there's nothing really wrong with him. But I'll put him in, like, B. Next. Caveman Batman. This one, way too much effort went into the print. Way too much. Like, look at all this custom printing on the cowl. The arms look good. He's not flawed. He's pretty good. I don't see anything wrong with him. He's probably an A tier. Because I don't have like a nostalgic connection, he's not going an S, but he's very good. Next we got Beachgoer Batman. Again, I think the bat suit with the bat cowl with the goggles is hysterical, and it looks really funny. Yes, also this one is very good for custom figs. The flippers are funny. The shorts are good. Yeah, I don't think he's better used to be torn apart, but he's still good. He's still like a B. His pieces are very good, but overall him as a figure is not incredible. Next we got the Commissioner Barbara figure, and she's fine. Her print is really good. Her face is good. The hairpiece is cool. But she's, I mean, like, I wouldn't say she's turning any heads, but she's still like a B or an A tier figure. Probably A. Her pieces are really good. And Barbara's very good in that movie. I'm gonna say B. Next we got Gordon. This figure is awesome. Don't chat to me. This figure is awesome. He's great. He's going in A tier. We're not gonna talk about that. He's perfect. He's damn near perfect. We got this other Batgirl figure. Not a fan. There's no like depth to the mask. There's not really much depth to the whole figure. It just feels kind of empty to me. It feels like something major is missing, and I don't know what. So I'm gonna put it in C tier. Don't like it. Up next, we got Red Hood. I got a big problem with this figure. I got a huge problem with this figure. Firstly, way too oversized. The helmet is way too oversized. And secondly, the face is terrible. And the face isn't terrible because of the reason you might think. Now, the helmet is actually very comic accurate. It's very comic accurate, and that is what Red Hood looks like in a lot of the comics. But the reason that his face is terrible is because why is he wearing a red hood under his red hood? They reused the face of the existing Red Hood figure on this figure when they could have put Joker under there, or they could have put the pre-acid bath Joker face under there. Just a smiley guy. But no, under his red hood, he is wearing a red hood. That's silly. And it doesn't feel like it's on purpose. It feels like a cop-out to me. Feels like a bit lazy on Lego's part. With that said, he's still fine. He's not the worst. I'm pretty sure that the torso print is reused from somewhere else, but I wouldn't be sure on that. But meh, he's still like a C or a B. I'm not a. There's things I got problems with it, and that's the exact reason. But up next we got the Eraser. What is there to say? What is there to say? Everyone say it with me. Say it with me. S tier. Like, what is wrong with him? Nothing. S tier. He's called Eraserhead. He looks like that. Oh, not Eraserhead, no. He's called the Eraser. It's no. He's so good. His torso print, his waist print, his legs, his arms, they went all out. He's perfect. He is going in S. Next, we got Nurse Harley Quinn. Her printing is really good on this figure. Like, the amount of detail in the legs is unreal. Those boots look absolutely fantastic. The arms are a little bit wonky, but meh. Well, the pink, I think they're gloves. They're latex gloves. That's why they're pink. It would be nicer if they matched, but she's a very unique figure, and she's very cool. And the custom headpiece with this extra thing in it is a nice touch. She's like an A tier. She's very good. Next, we got Orca. Boring. Orca is just another gimmick minifig costume with a little bit of extra printing. It's not all that special to me. I don't have anything really to say about the Orca. I think Orca is a D tier minifigure in my opinion. Next, we got Zodiac Master. Weird figure. Extremely niche. Not very well known. I mean, he's accurate to his comic counterpart, but he's very gross and weird. If I'm being kind, he's a C tier. If I'm being honest, he's a D tier. Next, we got Catman. This is always been a very interesting character to me. I forget if it was an episode of Brave and the Bold or if it's a very late episode of the 2004 show, but Catman and Catman's like Robin counterpart show up in that show, and I always thought it was really cool. I'm a big fan of Batman and Robin counterparts. Like, I love the Earth 2 stories, like where the villains are the heroes and the heroes are the villains. I love stories like that. The print is pretty good. The color palette I actually really like. He's not immaculate, but he's solid. He's a B tier. B tier. He's good. B equal good. Next, we got March Harriet. This one caused some controversy. Does anyone know why? It's pretty evident. So she's, according to some people, she's slutty. So we've got our first official slut minifigure, if we're not counting Bane or the Batman in a robe. But yeah, people were saying that this figure is too promiscuous and too slutty. Which is hilarious. Because she's literally, like... like 10 pieces of plastic in a not even humanoid shape. But hey ho. With that said, she's fine. Again, another B tier, to be quite honest with you. Next up is the calculator. I didn't know that still had the sound. Yo, thank you for the follow. I didn't. That shouldn't be the sound it's playing. Okay, I didn't expect to get jump scared there. But yeah, the calculator, he's pretty good actually. I quite like him. The helmet print of hello is funny. But meh. His face is good. Boobies would be better. Maybe. I mean, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, I don't know how to feel. I feel like he's another B tier. Just to be, yeah, he's not the best, not the worst. Good. Tutankhamun. I'm indifferent. C tier. I don't know who this character is. I don't know their name. I love their face print. I will say that. Their face print is brilliant. Blue Mohawk is cool. The whole outfit is pretty good. But, again, nothing to write home about, so... Yeah, bad fig with a good head. Yeah, we'll say C. Just to be... Yeah. Okay. I think what I'm going to do for this stream is we're going to finish part 1 of the list. I think. We're going to finish part 1. And we'll see how I feel. But if we get to the end and I'm exhausted, then we can call it and make the second part of the stream. And if I still have juice in me, then we'll keep going forward. Because a lot of the figures that I really love come up in the second tier list. But anyway, back here. So we've got the $1 Billion Man. This figure's crazy. The applications of this figure outside of Batman, like using this for customs, would be hysterical. And I can't believe no one has done it yet. But, he's pretty good. He's like an A tier figure. I think he's really funny. And his print looks pretty, like, really nice. Alright, we got Wizard Batman. I like Wizard Batman, actually. I think this looks amazing. He looks so good. Like, when I first saw it, I just sort of soaked it in, and I'm just like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I think he's great. Only thing, would have preferred Blue Cowl, I think. But he does not look half bad. But Blue Cowl would have looked nicer, but honestly, he's still an A tier. He's very good. Next up, we got Centurion Batman. I don't know. I think he could have done with a custom molded Centurion helmet. Something isn't right about him not having... If he doesn't have bad ears, he's not Batman. Batman and his slutty little waist. He doesn't feel like Batman, no. I think he's like a D tier, which is a shame because the print is really good, but meh. Okay, we got the end of the Lego Batman movie, Harley Quinn. The face prints are both excellent. The body print is fine. The different color rollerblades are cool. The hair is immaculate, of course, because it's the same Harley figure. She's good. She's a B tier. Her face is great. The rest of her is fine. Simon Studios. Oh, Simon! Okay, guys. I want all of... Okay, so me and Simon have a very, like... I found Simon's videos, just sort of on a whim. Like, scrolling through my YouTube recommended, and Simon came up in my recommended. And I was like, oh, I watched one of his videos. I think it was, he did like a... the Batman trailer recreation or something along the lines of that. Let me remind myself. Can I? Man, YouTube is annoying. Okay, here we go. So Simon has 85 subscribers. Yeah, he made a Lego the Batman video, and I saw it and it reminded me of me in a way. When I watched it, I was like, wow, this is a lot like some of the animations that I was making as when I was younger. Back when I was doing like proper stop motion. And it was really cool to like see someone with the same passion that I had. And I commented on the video. I was like, this is really cool. This reminds me of when I started animating, and like, if you keep going, you're gonna get better. And I just encouraged Simon to keep going, and now we just sort of like communicate every once in a while and enjoy each other's content. And I think I think he could be really, really good one day. And he's already really, really a good animator, and I think he's only gonna get better. Anyway, you're welcome for the shout out, Simon. Now, Lego S DC, man, why do I let you be my friend? I wonder sometimes. Okay, next up we got Lego Alfred at the end of the movie. Meh. I don't really like it. I think there's something, I don't know. He's fine. He's like a B tier for me, in my opinion. I think the prints are really good, but I mean, nah. But who cares when we've got the one and only Clock King? This figure, it rocks. It's so good. It's so good. The colors are lovely. The print is amazing. The head, we love a unique Lego head. The time is 3:06, which I'm sure means something. No, 3:06. I can't read a clock. That says 9:06. Ignore that. Please don't hold that against me. Also, I got a haircut, if you didn't notice. Aiden cut my hair. Scary, of course. But Clock King, high S, or high A, sorry. Like, breaching S, but he's not quite there for me, I think. Next, we've got Hugo Strange. I mean, yeah, that is Hugo Strange. That is... Also, though, one thing, why aren't his goggles or his glasses red? I think they should be red. That's all. But if they were red, he would look exactly like... Okay, news, get off. If they were red, they would look exactly like Freddy Dredd. So, yeah, also good for Hazmat. Yeah, that's true. He's good. He's like an A. He's good. Next up, we got the Merbat. Everyone, Merbat. Now this is a slut. This guy's a slut. Look at him. What a weird figure. It's also funny because Lego figures don't have nipples, so they're censoring nothing. Does Bane... No, Bane's nipples are covered. Yeah, Lego figures don't have nipples, so he's covering nothing. This is purely decorative. But, I mean, the print is hilarious, so I'm gonna put him in A2. Next, we got another swimming Batman. Batman in a Speedo. This is a crime. Again, look, no nipples, nothing. None. But, nah, he's fine. He's like a D or a C, to be honest. He's not really there for me. Next, we've got Vacation Joker. Not a huge fan of the face. I don't like the face. You hate how female Lego figures have prints that give them hourglass figures. I agree. I've always thought that was weird. There was one earlier in the list where her skin tone on her belly didn't match, but then the hourglass print blockouts were her skin tone. Didn't make sense. Weird. Anyway, so not a big fan of the face, but the torso is a fucking Killing Joke reference, and the sandal print on the feet implies the existence of Lego toes. So I'm happy. He's like, it's like an A. He's an A still. Next up, we got Robin, Vacation Robin. Now, this figure is again perfect for customs. If you want to make your own figure, this shirt is a shoe-in of a choice. Twitter logo, literally a Twitter logo on the shirt. But Lego, who said that? Terry. Damn, Terry. Damn. But yeah, this figure is fine. It actually, oh, what the hell? The Lego OnlyFans. No, that's shady as hell. This Robin is fine. His prints are really good. A. Next up, we got Batgirl Vacation. I don't like it. C2. We're gonna speedrun a couple of these. He says, and then he's gonna talk for half an hour. Alfred. DC, you've come in here and you've completely steamrolled the chat. No one else is talking. Shut the fuck up. Ignore him. Don't worry about him. What's the sexiest Lego figure you ever did saw? What's the sexiest Lego figure you ever did saw? Jesus Christ. Agony. Wait, you saw Black Canary? Oh yeah, she's in there, yeah. You control your chat. Yeah, maybe, but like DC, when you got here I had 7 viewers, and now you're here and there's 3. Anyway, Alfred vacation suit. Fine, very stripy. C tier again, not a big fan. Next up we got we kind of animate a piece of corn dancing, and I can't stop laughing. Animate a piece of corn dancing? Dude, how did you misspell Terry's name? Anyway, now this figure, I actually have a problem with this figure. Now, before I say that, the figure is really good. It's really good. But my problem is that of all the things that Lego won't do custom molds for, like the Lego Robert Pattinson Batman figure did not get a custom helmet, did not get a custom cowl, but this did. That's irritating, because this is like, the hood looks incredible, and Lego has the capacity to easily make an accurate Robert Pattinson cowl for that figure, but they didn't. I'm not gonna shit on stream, DC. Anyway, that being said, her prints are fucking brilliant. She's like, honestly, I think this one might be an S. She's really good. Next up, we got Killer Moth. This is the worst version of the character. There's a way better one on the other. Her face is no. Her face is fine. What's weird about her face? I think she looks great. I don't see anything wrong with it. When did they ruin Killer Moth? So that is from a recent set, and there's another one. If you look here in the other tier list, there's a perfect Killer Moth figure over here. So don't worry. When we get to this, maybe next stream or this stream, we'll see. I promise there's redemption to be found. But right now, we're talking about this Killer Moth, and he's bad. He takes all of the good parts from the old figure, and then they add this red that completely throws off his color scheme and give him the stupidest looking fucking head ever. I actually think he's F tier. I don't like him. Next, we got Wonder Twins. We got both of them. Their collars are too big. Right? Does anyone else think that? Their collars are too big. Too big. Prints are kind of lame. The line weights are not really there. Weird character. The hair is good. I like that. What the fuck character is that? Is that actually from this theme? It is. Yeah, I don't know. I would say C tier for both of them. And then this guy. Who is this? I'm gonna have to go on. I'm gonna have to go on brick set right now and ignore my background. My background isn't real. What? We're gonna go on brick set right now and I'm gonna find out the name of this character. Wait, browse, minifigures, collectible minifigures, sub-theme. What? Sorry, this is taking me a little while. Sub-theme, the Lego Batman movie, series 2. This character is called Apache Chief. Isn't it? I don't have clown porn on my desktop. You're full of shit. Anyway, this character is called Apache Chief. And he sucks. Yeah. That's just lame. I'm looking at I'm looking at another picture of him on the website and I just no, I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Badge set badge. Yeah, not a big fan at all. Classic Nightwing in C? No, Nightwing's in B. Use your brain, Vesper Lord. Apache Chief F. Bad figure. Weird figure. Yeah, I don't like the hair. That's the main reason. And the print is kind of wonky. Yeah, it's a Lego head. Don't you remember the time Lego tried to make an anime theme? Let me pull this up. What's it called? Brick set. Let's go. What's it called? What was it called? It wasn't Galador, right? That was space. Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, do yourselves a favor and never ever look up what Lego Galador is. What was it called? It was, it wasn't Nexo Knights. No, that was the newer one. What was it? Exoforce. That was it. So Lego had this theme called Exoforce. And they really wanted to be anime. And I'm pretty sure that the hair came from this. Yeah, look, there it is right there. It's right there. So yeah, that's where the Nightwing piece came from. And these sets are certainly something. I wish Lego tried. I feel like Lego doesn't try a lot recently. It may be because a lot of them they've been really leaning towards like they've really been leaning towards display and adult stuff. And I think that it's sapping a lot of the whimsy from Lego. That being said, the display stuff they're making is fucking it's out of the park. Like brilliant work. But I don't know, man. Something just it's not it's not really the same. And I'm not expecting it to be, but like it's a shame that it's in some ways it's gone the way it has. Not really sure, you know. Anyway, can't stay watching Ninja stream right now. Okay, we're moving on. Next, we've got I think it's Zor-El is his name. And Zor-El, he's actually pretty good. His face is great. The body is good. He's a good figure. I actually think he's an A tier. He's pretty nice. Next up, we've got Zod from the Superman movie. Meh. Very, very basic, which I get that he's based on the movie and his fit is very basic in that movie. But I think a little bit more fabric folding print, maybe, just to give him a little bit more, like, depth. But apart from that, nah, he's like a C. Up next, we got Phosphorus. He's kind of an everyman. I don't really know why he is even in this theme, but he's fine. I'm pretty sure he glows in the dark. His prints are good. He's like a B tier. Up next, we got a fan favorite in the chat. Harley Quinn, not Harley. Well, I can't talk. I'm actually stupid. Black Canary. I was expecting the wrong picture. She's really good. The color scheme is not really the typical, but I think when you keep in mind that everything I've shown for like the past half hour of the stream has been from the same minifig pack, she really stands out in her color scheme. The fishnet print on the legs is awesome. The alternate face of the yelling is hilarious. She's good. It's good for making Amber Heard. Oh my god. She's going in A tier. She's very, very good. I hope to one day see a more accurate version of her. Next, we got... Who the fuck is that? Who is that? Who's this? I'm gonna go back on brick set here. Okay, 2 seconds. Sub-theme. Is this still Lego Batman Movie Series 2? 2 seconds. This is... Black Vulcan, he's called. His name is Black Vulcan. And he's a speedster or a lightning thrower, I believe. I don't know. I don't know how I feel. The different helmet is really cool. I think his eyes look weird. I don't know. I'm feeling C tier. I don't know. All right, we finally made it back. We're going back in time now, everyone. We're going to 2012. Let's go. We're going to spend some time in 2012. Now, we got the San Diego Comic-Con Green Lantern reveal figure. Now, his face is too high up on his head. And also, bad movie. And but the print is pretty good, but it's completely non-representative of what 2012 Lego was. It's a really odd one out. And the only thing it did is make me want a Lego Green Lantern figure for like 4 years. For 4 years. The mask is glittery, yeah. Like, the worst part about this is when they put this out before the wave started, everyone was like, oh, surely we're gonna see one soon. And we had to wait 4 years. Agony. Overall, fine figure. C. Next, we got San Diego Comic-Con Batman reveal. Using the same Christian Bale design, but worse. They made it worse. Having it on a fully black thing just does not look good. I think it looks really weird. Because, yeah, when the armor is so bright, it makes the rest of the suit look bad. I don't know. C tier, again. Okay, now we're officially in the wave. Gen 1 Superman. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. Like, for Gen 1 Superman in 2012, he was pretty groundbreaking. Kind of a classic. I would say S tier. Like, he's good. Check Discord real quick. Ah, yes, autism. Wait, I'm not clicking play on that video because the entire stream will hear it, DC. I'm too worried. Okay, where were we? Wonder Woman. Also a classic. The hairpiece, perfect. The torso, could use a little work. The legs, also something a little toned down. Fine, I'm gonna click play on this video. I'm
not gonna turn around and flex my...
Nope. 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 I clicked play and I remembered what the video was. No. How about no? The only thing I really don't like about this figure is that her skin tone doesn't match the skin tone of the actual plastic. Like, everywhere it's printed, it doesn't match. But apart from that, she's still solid. A tier. Definitely an A tier. Good figure. Next up, we got Gen 2 Catwoman. Again, don't know why they don't use the goggle side for the picture, but she's way better than the original, in my opinion. I think the print is really good. The new helmet is a little bit worse than the old one, I think, but the eyes are actually close enough where she could, you know, see out of them. And I like the Urple lips. Ewahi Urple! But she's fine. She's like an A. I would say she's... Wait, where did I put... No, I would actually put her on par with the other. Honestly, I might move the other one up. But she's at least on par. I think there are benefits and drawbacks that kind of equalize them out. But I think they're both very good figures. Next, we got Gen 2 Two-Face. He's so good. Such a good figure. So brilliant. The face is perfect. And they have never done it better, in my opinion. Like, even when the print quality has been better on future ones, I don't think any other Two-Face figure captures the essence of the character quite as good. Especially for the vibe that the 2012 theme is going for. Because, like, the 2006 to 8 Batman themes are very grounded and kind of gritty in comparison. Like, they're comic-y, but they're also very late 90s comics, which were fucking edgy as shit. And then the 2012 wave is kind of more Batman Brave and the Bold in its tone. I'm pretty sure that this one, his color scheme is ripped directly from Brave and the Bold. I don't remember. No, Brave and the Bold is completely different. I'm wrong. But this, I think the vibrancy helps him so much. The purple and orange color scheme is cool as fuck. It's like if Saul got sprayed with acid. Yeah, he's a good ass figure. I actually think I would safely put him in S tier. Next up, we got Gen 2 Riddler. He's pretty good, still a bit simple, and way too muscular. Way too muscular. And not a fan of the fact that he's bald. I don't like that he's bald under the hat. I like a bit of hair with my Riddlers. But still a good figure. Nothing wrong with him. But I would probably put him in B because there's way better ones on the horizon. Next up, we got Gen 2 Bane. Still has veins, but they are more fitting of the theme. They actually match. But I don't like the colors. I think I wish it was still navy on the body. I was never a fan of the whole black. I don't know. He's good, but honestly, I'd probably put him on par with the other Bane, which is... Where is Bane? Honestly, I might put him in B, to be honest. I don't know. Something's off about him. Next. Ivy, Gen 2 Ivy. Far better than Gen 1 Ivy, but definitely not the best. Definitely a good starter, but she's kind of middle of the road in quality. Put her like B. Her print is pretty solid. Her hairpiece is awesome and was very exciting at the time. The legs don't match, but like whatever. I think B. Next we got Gen 2 Robin. Alright. I really like this design for Robin. I had mixed feelings about it as a kid when the game was coming out, but I think after I played the game for like ages and just sort of got used to this Robin, it's really grown on me. Like, because he's not really comic accurate. Like, this is Lego Robin to me. Like, this is just Lego Robin. I don't, I think it's Tim Drake. All right. See you, Kai. Thank you for joining. Yeah, I don't know. This just feels like Lego's Robin, and I like that. I would say he's like an A. He's good. I love him. Next, we got Lex Luthor. He's really good, actually. You like, usually I'm a little hard on the simple, just suited ones, but the thing is, this is Gen 1, right? They made a new torso for his suit to, like, match the comics in a sort of color scheme. And the face, yeah, exactly, you beat me to it. The face is so Lex Luthor. Like, it's so good. 2 seconds. Such a good figure on that front. Again, nothing like incredible, but he's nothing short of A. Like, he's very good still. Next up, we got Gen 1 Batman, or Gen 2 Batman from 2012 wave. Yeah, I mean, this was him, and I hated him. When I was a kid, I hated this figure for a long time because I was very fond of the black and grey Batman, and I didn't like this whole all black Batman. And I tended to lean towards the more black and grey and blue Batman when I played with my Lego and stuff. But over time, I've grown to appreciate, and the video game helped as well. Excuse me. The video game helped as well, but yeah, I've grown to appreciate him. He's pretty good. The cowl is incredible. The new cowl mold that they made. Yeah, he's good. He's a good figure. I'd say he's still like an A. He's really good. Okay, we got some goons. We got the Joker goon. Now I'm gonna rattle these ones out really fast. The Joker goon is an A. The print on his back is brilliant. His face is fucking awesome. Up next, we got the Two-Face goons. Both of their faces are brilliant. And the torso print is really good too. Would have liked more unique legs. So for that, they're going in B, but they're still very good. Up next, we got a security guard. He's fine. It's C tier. Up next, we got Gen 2 Harley Quinn. Very nice. She definitely looks a little bit more sane than the original Harley, but her print quality is definitely a little bit better, I would say, overall. Although, actually, I kind of like these little white accents that they had on the original. I think that looked really nice. But it's still a good figure, and it's got room for improvement, but it's not the worst. I would say she's like a B. She's not amazing. She's not as good as the original to me. Next, we got Blue and Grey Batman, and this is the one that I was more fond of, and it came in a couple more sets. But yeah, I mean, he's pretty good. He's probably on par with the other. I could see why people wouldn't like him, but I think on reflection, he is like a B tier Batman figure. Meh. Meh. Next, we got Bruce Wayne again. Now, this Bruce Wayne is very good. I like this Bruce Wayne figure. His hair is good. The face is good. The suit is good. He's A. Next, we got Lex again in his armor. This is a cool-ass figure. That piece was brand new. The chest piece. I actually didn't remember that he had purple legs. I could have sworn the legs were green, but cool. Purple legs, purple hands. He had a print underneath that armor that looked pretty good. And again, the face, that little line between the eyebrows really makes it look like Lex. It's very effective. We'll say A. Next, we got another Comic-Con exclusive. We got Shazam. Very thick eyebrows. He's fine. He's pretty good. He's like B. I don't know. Next up, we got Bizarro. Now this one is really cool actually, because the thing that blows my mind about this is I can't think of a single other instance of a figure with this shade of purple. Anyone? Because I don't know if it's just a picture, but right here, I could positively not tell you another figure that has that shade of purple, and I think that's really cool. And also, the print is really good. Taking the Superman figure, flipping it, and then adding that little Bizarro sign is accurate to what the character is. And the face is good. Yeah, he's a good figure. He's another S. Oh, not another S. He's an A. Not quite an S tier yet. Let me see. Let me quickly look through and see where my next S tier might lie. Okay. 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 Next up, we got the Electricity Batman suit. This was from Lego Batman the video game, or Lego Batman 2, DC Superheroes Unite. Which I might replay soon because I'm bored and I want to play video games if I'm not playing Star Citizen. Or animating, you know, or doing commissions. But overall, it's an accurate representation of how it looks in game. You could only get it by buying a book. He's fine. B tier. Next, we got Winter. We got the Winter suit to fight Mr. Freeze. I actually really like it. I think that it's amazing that they made it work. It looks really cool, to be honest. I think it looked really cool in physical form, like owning it. Yeah, he's pretty good. I'll give him an A. Up next, we got Batman with a glider. It's exactly the same as the other one, but with a really annoying piece that I hated. C-tier. I don't like those pieces. Then we got Mr. Freeze, Gen 2 Mr. Freeze. Step in the right direction. We're not quite there, and it's going to be a while until we get to, like, my personal favorite Mr. Freeze figure. But this was a very exciting time when I first got this figure, and I was like, it can't get better. It can't get better. It does. And it also gets worse. That happens with a lot of these figures I've found. Pretty much every character has gotten better versions than their original, and they've certainly gotten worse. But this Mr. Freeze, he's a solid B. Is he? Okay, we'll put him on par with the original Mr. Freeze. I think he is an A. That's fair. Next, we got Aquaman. This is a good Aquaman figure. Accurate, funny, charming. Yeah, he's an A tier as well. He's good. Next up, we got Dr. Harleen Quinzel. I think the fact that you can see her costume under really easily is funny. It's a funny detail. Her face print is good. A little bit plain, but nothing terrible. B tier. Next up, we got 2012 or 2013 Scarecrow. And the more I've reflected on this, I'm actually not insanely fond of it. I think, okay, I like the torso a lot, but I'm not a fan of the face. There's something about the face that is just not clicking with me. He doesn't really look scary. He kind of looks dinky and cute. And I don't know how I feel about it. He's not terrible, but he's like, compared to some of the other Scarecrows that we're going to see in the future, he's like a C-tier Scarecrow. Up next, we got Robin with his stupid short cape. F. Don't like it. Not a fan. Oh, what if we take Robin, like the Robin that we think that we made look really good. We ruin his legs, and then we give him a cape that is way too short. How about that? Does that sound like a plan? Up next, we got Penguin. Now, this Penguin was super exciting at the time. It was so cool to get a new Penguin figure. The print is awesome. They actually got his, like... I think that they started getting on the right track of, like, capturing that he's a stout man. Yeah, the torso print is awesome. The face print is like, it's really good. Yeah, he's like an A. He's pretty good. Next, we got The Dark Knight Rises. Bane. I hate this figure. Everything about him is fucked. Right? Like, they could have made a mask for him, like a helmet. But no, they printed it, and it looks awful. There's just, the colors aren't right. The vibe isn't right. I think he's an F tier figure as well. I don't like him. Next, we got Jim Gordon. The face is really, really, really good. Don't know about the hair choice, and the torso's kind of lame, but he's still good. Still like a B. I'm running through these now. I got, you know, we've got a lot more to do, and I'm probably gonna call this stream at 2, like when we finish this. And then next stream we can do the second half of the tier list. But okay, moving on. Dark Knight Rises figure for Batman. This one is probably the best version of. Do I want to say that? Let me think. I won't say that for sure, but this is one of the strongest versions that they made. It's actually accurate to how it looks in the movie. The belt is the right color. The armor actually looks good. The symbol is the correct size. Yeah, it's fine. It's like A. I actually think it's A. I think it looks good. Next, we got Superman breaking out from his suit. This was also from a book, like an art book. Fine, yeah, he's a good figure. The print is awesome. He's like a B. I don't know. Next, we got Nightwing. I really like this figure. This red Nightwing theme is cool. I think the hair choice is perfect. The face is good. The legs, I would have liked leg printing, but honestly, still a good figure. Solid B. Like, yeah, good B. Good B tier. Up next, Man-Bat. Long awaited, long theorized on how they would pull it off. In Lego Batman the video game, his wings were like on his back, but then along came the Monster Hunter theme from a couple years ago and added this wing arm piece for vampire men, and here we are, and now we have a pretty much irrefutably good Man-Bat figure. And the only type of Man-Bat figure, no matter what, all of these years, it's been almost, I think it's been 8 years now since this figure came to market. And in those 8 years, every Man-Bat appearance has not changed significantly. At least in profile, like, he's always had those arms now. That's just who Man-Bat is for Lego. I would hope that we maybe see the wings on the back again one day, but we can dream. But this Man-Bat figure, his details are pretty solid, so I'll say like A. He's good. Next, we got Gen 1 Flash. Very exciting figure. So long awaited. And kind of refreshing, because I remember when Lego Batman 2 came out, the Flash figure in that has a really ugly helmet. Like a really ugly helmet. And I think that they did him justice with this new one, and I think that they did a really, really good job. And this figure only gets better. I think that there are a lot of edits that they make in the future that I think are all in part 2 here. Yeah, Flash gets a few updates later on that improve his figure immensely. But we're still gonna say A for him. Bro, my order gave me cheesy chips. If only you were here. Oh, I might get from Sweet Treat tonight. I might get some sweet treats tonight. Hell yeah, maybe. All right. Next up, we got from the same set as the Flash, Dragster Riddler. This figure is an S tier. Are you seeing this print? This print is nuts. Like, the brand new face, the green hat, and then this absolutely insane torso. The torso is so cool. I love him. And it's not even the best Riddler torso either. So, that said, he's still an S, so I love him. Up next, we got 2015 or 14, one of them. I think it's 2015. 2015 Lego Batman, and this is the Batman torso that we were stuck with for about a year and a half. I remember liking it when it first was like around, but on reflection, I don't. Now, also, I'm looking through the figures here, and I realize that pretty soon we're gonna get onto a pretty interesting issue that happens with Batman that I'm very interested to talk about. But let's get through it. So, this version of Batman, I don't like it. Something is wrong. The symbol's kind of wide. The colors are drab. He's boring. D-tier Batman figure, in my opinion. Well, you were at like 8 viewers and then DC joined and now you're down to 2. Literally! He came in and said, what's the sexiest Lego figure you ever did saw? And now everyone wants to leave. Okay, next. We've got Robin. We've got this Robin. Why are the lines so thin? Firstly, weird. I don't know. The mask is good, but that's about it. Not a fan of the short legs. Not a fan of the short cape. The torso is kind of bad. I would not use this figure for my main like Robin. I think he's bad. I think he's like a C. Up next, we got Batgirl. Torso good. Helmet pretty good. The rest, I don't know. She's like C tier for me as well. Now, this is where I should say 2015 is a part of the history where we're gonna see Lego start to fall off the wagon and sort of lose that steam that they had in 2012 and 2014. Which is sad, but they still have a lot of really solid figures, but we're also gonna see a lot of duds coming in now. And that's only going to persist through to the second tier list when we get onto it. Because luckily, at least, on the second tier list, there is a lot of Lego Batman movie content, which means there will be a lot of solid figures. But then there are things in the main theme that, like, just don't really connect. You'll see what I mean. I'll talk about it when we get to it, you know? Anyway, up next. Joker Goon from the construction set. Pretty good. Again, the print on his back is great. His face is great. He's like a B tier figure. He's a good goon. Up next, we got Joker. And he... Oh, yeah. Is he just not here? Did I review him already? Do I have dementia? What? Is he missing? Oh, no. Wait. No, he's not missing. He's there. Why is he all the way over there? He shouldn't be there. Anyway. So this Joker is identical to the original Joker, except he's got a purple hat on. And when I say original, I mean 2012. Hello, Simon. Nice to see you back. Okay, next we've got another penguin figure. Much better torso. I think the fur coat is very cool. Exact same face. The grey legs actually work, I think, for him. And the white gloves are cool. We're going to say B tier. Where'd I put the other penguin? No, if we're saying B tier, then he needs to be an A tier too. Okay. Next, we got Scuba Batman. Awesome colors. Awesome face print. Apart from the fact that for some reason with this figure, when you put it on the non-mask version, you could see Bruce's eyes a little bit underneath, and it looked like he had big nostrils under his mask, which you can actually You can actually see there a little, I don't know. But overall, really fucking awesome figure, actually. I would put him in, like, A. I actually really like him. Okay. Up next, we got the extremely blue and grey version of Batman. And this is fine. It's B. I'm not going to dwell on it. Next, we got another Robin, and they just keep getting worse. You had the template perfect, and they just keep ruining it. Bad face. I hate the cape. The legs don't really match. No. F. Up next, we got Martian Manhunter. I'm trying to think of this compared to the other one. I think I like this one more. I think this one is an S. There's something very unsettling about him in a good way. I think his eyes being, like, not like any of the other figures, I think is actually to his benefit. Because he's an alien, right? I think he's great. I think his color palette is good. The color distribution is good. It's good. Alright, we got the, I don't remember what this is called, but we've all seen it. If you've played Arkham Knight, you've seen this skin in the DLC store. It's certainly weird, but it's a very accurate representation of the original source material. We're gonna say B. Just move on. We've got... This is the Batman Begins figure, and I don't like this one at all. The armor is way too detailed, the belt way too detailed, but simultaneously not enough detail. Like, all of that detail is one tone of extremely bright gray, matched with a mask that doesn't, like a whole outfit that just doesn't, it doesn't really work. It doesn't work for me. It's not for me. D tier Batman figure, in my opinion. Followed up immediately by a really, really, really good Heath Ledger figure. Like, really good. The only thing is I don't really think the hair matches. I don't think that hair... It's probably the closest that LEGO would have. And it would be very hard to represent Heath Ledger's hair in that movie. But with that said, I think that... I forget. Did they make another one? Let me check this. They did, and they used the same hair. Okay, so I don't feel bad about saying this. I think that they should have used the Luke Skywalker, the most recent, like, version of the Luke Skywalker hair. I think that would have looked better. Because, I don't know. I feel like there could have been other ways. I don't think that this is the option that they needed to go down. But, that being said, you still look at that and know who that is. You know that's Heath Ledger. The face is perfect. The torso is brilliant. There's not really much I can say. I do think he is still an S tier figure. Next up, we got another Comic Con exclusive, I think. It's Green Arrow. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. I don't like his eyes. I don't like the mask. His head is kind of bad. But, apart from that, he's pretty good. He's like a B tier. Next up, we got Plastic Man. Yeah, I think Plastic Man's figure is perfect. It's hilarious, because now he is more Plastic Man than he's ever been. He's a plastic man. And, I mean, Plastic Man is not a hard character to represent. He's very simple in his design. And they nailed it. S tier. Where'd he go? S tier. He looks like Quagmire, if Quagmire was a superhero. Up next, we got Superboy. Yeah, that is Superboy. B tier. Next up, we got Sinestro. The face is not as good as the one from the Minifig series, wherever it is, but it's still a very good face, and the torso print and the body print is brilliant, so good. So he's like an S. He's a very good figure. A Nurse Heath Ledger figure. I hope they do that one day. That'd be sick. Okay. Next, we got the first iteration of Green Lantern that was in like a set that you could get. Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, that is Green Lantern. It works. It's fine. It's B tier. Now, yeah, Space Batman. I hate this figure. Everything about it is like an affront to God to me. I don't like it when Batman leaves. I don't know. I don't like Space Batman. There's something about him that's just off to me. And also, you might have noticed what just happened is this is the first iteration of the short cowl, which DC is going, or Lego is going to stick to fervently pretty much for the rest of time. It seems like that's just the way they want to go now. So whatever. I really liked it when it first came out, but over time and pretty soon we're gonna see why something went wrong with the Batman helmet, like this half helmet where it doesn't go under. It caused a problem that I will explain on the next Batman, which will be, well, the next like Batman where you can see his skin properly, which is this one. But Space Batman, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of Lego Batman 3, and that had a big aspect in it. It's like a C tier for me. It's not that good. Next, we got Golira Grodd. Golira. First big fig of the stream. Kind of disappointing for a first big fig. I mean, he is Gorilla Grodd. I think that him just being a gorilla with like a head print though is a bit of a shame. Would have been cool if he had a bit more armor on, maybe. But still good. First big fig of the entire DC thing, which is nothing to sniff at. B tier. Next we got Captain Cold. Yeah, it's a good figure. He looks like Captain Cold. He's wrinkly. He's got the right outfit. Yeah, he's good. He's accurate. He's A tier. Next, we got the Banana and Co. Yes! Amazing figure. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, a civilian figure with he's so applicable to non-DC sets, and yet, like, he's also just so funny. Peanut butter jelly time ass banana on him. S tier figure. Next up, we got the 2016 New 52, I think. My Batman's. I switched the helmet for the Batman movie mask with the hard mask because it fits better for the movie. Do you want to see what I did with my Batman figure? Wait, let me find it. Is this him right here? Now, I committed sacrilege, but I think it was worth it. So, what I did is where is he? There we go. Okay, wait. So, if I crank my... Now, it's really dark, right? But I actually took a pair of pliers to my Batman cowl, if I can line it up here. Come on. Yeah, so I actually took a pair of pliers to my Batman cowl. So this is the one that came with the set. I tweezed them off to pull the edge of the mask like back further on his face. And I think that it does the job. I think that it like actually represents Pattinson quite well. But it's still, again, don't know why Lego didn't, model like make one. Why didn't they make a new mold? So sad. Okay, 2 seconds, I just gotta get my camera back and focus it. Okay, there we go. Okay. Well, Simon was talking about the Batman cowl. But to be honest, Simon, when I talk about the Batman cowl, I'm actually not talking about the cowl itself being the problem. I'm talking about the use of the cowl that caused the problem. I'll get to it. Anyway, this Wonder Woman, pretty good, actually. I like the color palette with the silver more than the gold, in my opinion. I would say she's like an A tier. She's good. Next, we got Darkseid. As my stepdad says, he says Dark Seed. I like that. It's funny. This Darkseid figure is pretty good. I'm sad we haven't gotten another one yet. But for a first edition, pretty neat, pretty good, pretty cool guy. I remember being super hyped about it when I first had it. Yeah, he's good. His colors are good. The print is good. The face is awesome. Lego's finally, like, figured out how to do Lego faces for these themes. He's like, he's definitely better than Grodd. He's probably an A. Next up, we got another Green Arrow. This one, I hate his hair. I hate it. Why is it so yellow? Bro is the most Aryan Lego figure I've ever seen in my life. Anyway, his torso print is awesome though. So I'll put him in B, just to be fair. Alright, we got Hawkman. Underrated figure. So underrated. Felt like he went right under the radar for everyone. This figure's awesome, dude. Are you, like... They nailed him. They absolutely nailed him. I think that, like, the helmet is crazy good. The torso print is awesome. The wings look good. He's a good figure. I would probably put him in S, honestly. I think he's severely underrated. Next, we got Gen 1 Cyborg. So close. So close. Lego, you were so close. But again, the helmet, literally, and you might say, oh, maybe it's just these pictures, like, they just didn't put the helmet on right. No, that's how it goes on. That's how it lines up. Literally, no matter what you did, Cyborg had a lazy eye, and it was really annoying, because apart from that, his figure is pretty beautiful, but it's such a big drawback, and it's so deeply distracting, that I can't put him anything higher than, like, a C or a B. Put him in a B, because his torso is really good, and it was cool, but... Next up, we got another Superman. He's almost identical to the original, but somehow more soulless? I don't know. Something's off about him. And apart from, I think he might be almost identical, so I'm going to put him in D. Next up, we got Supergirl. Yeah, she's fine. C tier. She's okay. Nothing very special. Nothing of outstanding quality about her, I would say. I would have liked a different hairpiece for her, I think. Next up, we got the other Martian Manhunter, and I like this one less for a number of reasons. Solid. Yeah, they have souls. How do you think I'm alive? But yeah, this one doesn't have leg printing. The color palette is a little bit less interesting, and the eyes they do fit the theme more. I think he looks more otherworldly in the other one. So he's still a very, very good figure. Like, still an A tier figure, but not an S tier figure. Okay, we're wrapping up today's stream now. We're getting towards the end. I'm gonna lose my fucking voice and be sick again. I don't know when the next part of the stream will be. Maybe tomorrow, but we'll see. Alright, we got Brainiac. He's a pretty good figure. I wish he had more on his legs. His torso print is good. His head print is good. He's still a B tier, though. He's not that great. Next up, Black Manta. Excellent figure. The helmet piece is so cool. The torso, wicked. Color palette, very nice. A tier figure. Next, we got Scuba Robin. There's nothing. D tier. It's fine. Next up, okay, we're nearing a danger zone here. Okay, this, I would say, is the last, I don't know if I should say that. This is the last Batman figure that I feel like gets it right, if I remember correctly, and that's not including the Lego Batman movie. We're just talking about the DC theme, right? This torso, I love. I've always been a big fan of this torso. Something about it is just very good. The bat symbol is a brilliant shape. The muscles are cool. It's very New 52. It's good. And the face is good, because he had the printed chin strap on his so now when they made this helmet, they made Batman's heads solid black and then printed all of the details, including his skin color, on, which is where the problems are going to start happening. But this figure is honestly really good, and I would probably throw him an S. I actually really like him. But next up we've got is that Zurinar Batman? He's like I don't know. It's a cool little gimmick Batman. I like the use of the ripped cape. That's an awesome touch. But he's fine. He's like an A. Next we got Deathstroke. I have mixed feelings on this figure. His torso is great. The rest of him, not so much. It felt like we waited a really long time for a Deathstroke figure only to be let down, and we haven't had another one since. It's a bit of a shame. I would put him in B. Bye-bye. Next up, we got another Robin. I don't know. I think dark green arms would have helped, and a different hairpiece, and we could have been looking at something really promising. He's like a B. B. Next up, we got Starfire. The prints are a little basic, but that doesn't make her, like, not perfect. The hair is good, the face is good. She hits all the marks. I think Starfire falls under S tier. And Beast Boy, I think, would fall in A. But he's also very good. Like, I have nothing to complain about with him. But there's just, like, he's not, I don't know. Next up, we got this Harley Quinn. I don't like it. I think it's the printed skin tone on the torso, maybe. It doesn't feel quite right. It looks kind of pink. I don't like the face. I think she's like a D tier Harley Quinn. Given some of the other Harley Quinns that we're going to see over the next stream, and this one and the next stream, I don't feel shame in saying D tier for that Harley. Up next we got another Robin, everyone. Another one. Woo! A bad one. A really bad one. The fact that they used the Mighty Micros torso for a set, a normal set, is upsetting and disheartening. But oh well. I don't know. Robin's really hard to get. Also, okay, wait. Before we go into that, also, they decided to bring back the 2012 Robin face and then completely misuse it. It doesn't match. Bad. F. Robin, man, you gotta work on this, man. All right. Yes, we're here. Okay, get ready, because this is the part where we talk about Batman's skin color. I don't have a problem with like, he's so tan, right? Like, we all see this out of nowhere. And I think it's because on the last figure, the scuba one, Batman was very white. He was whiter than he used to be. And Lego didn't want that. So they doubled down and made him very, very orange. Which is how he's going to stay. Literally for like 3 more years of Lego. And it always rubbed me the wrong way. Something about it just doesn't look right. Like, I don't know why he's so tanned. He's so orange out of nowhere. Apart from that, he's a really good figure still, but there's something about it, I can't put him. You're gonna see, it's gonna keep happening. But next, we got classic Joker, Gen 1 Joker. Don't know why he's this far in the list, but he's He's also an S tier. He's a brilliant figure. He's perfect. And there's nothing. I got nothing to complain about. Next, we got Arsenal. Green Arrow's sidekick, I think. He's fine. His print is pretty cool. It's pretty rad. B tier. Next up, Trickster. This one came from a book as well. Great color scheme, great pants, good torso. Not a bad figure in the slightest. A tier. Next up, we got some Ben Affleck action. Ben Affleck's Batman vs. Superman suit. I'm sure that the torso under this is awesome, but I don't see it. And honestly, this whole thing is kind of muddled and gross looking. I would probably say C tier. Okay. We're in the home stretch, boys. Ooh, you've done all the Toon 10s except Raven. Yeah, there is no Raven figure, which is weird. Up next, we got another Batman. As you can see, he's still a little bit tan. I don't like this figure. I don't like the Ben Affleck design. I don't like this weird, not carbon fiber, like threaded material they tried to convey. It didn't work. He's like a D tier. We got Man of Steel Superman. I think, or Batman vs Superman. I'm not sure. Nah. Meh. I don't know. Meh. C tier. Next, we got Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. Now, while I'm not a fan of her like portrayal of the character or her design, I think that Lego did a really good job of capturing it. The hairpiece is excellent, is a great choice. Printing the tiara on the forehead, good call. Fine figure. B tier, strong A even, maybe. Yeah, A tier. We'll say A. We'll be nice. Then we got Lex Luthor. Jesse Eisenberg's version. Looks nothing like Jesse Eisenberg. Bad. So bad. F. Then we got some LexCorp guys. Well applicable for other things. So for that, I'll put them both in C because they're good for other projects that you might want to do. Next up, we've got Amber Heard. I mean, who is that supposed to be? Is that supposed to be Lois Lane? Because that looks nothing like Amy Adams. F. D. We'll give it D. Okay, we're in the 60s now. Adam West. Again, way too tan. But this figure is fucking phenomenal. They did such a good job. A tier. Then they got Burt Ward's Robin, which is probably the best Robin since the last compliment I gave. The body is great. The legs are good. The face is awesome. I mean, that is Burt Ward's Robin. He's also an A tier. Then we got Bruce. He's good. He's B. And then we've got Burt Ward Robin as Dick Grayson. Yeah, he's good. I like his face. It's good. They're good figures. B. We got the Alfred from that show. Good prints. Good face. Solid A. Then we've got probably the most egregious thing in the 60s run. Speaking of which, where is Cesar Romero? Okay, he's all the way down there. I was like, please don't tell me I've missed someone. But no. So the most egregious one of the 1966 sets is this penguin, which I'm like relatively sure is entirely made up of previously established penguins. So I'm not a big fan. I would say D tier. But then you get Frank Gorshin, his Riddler design, which again, yeah, very simple. But the thing is, if you've seen the show, then you know that one of his two outfits is this, and then the other one is this amazing suit. Such a gorgeous suit. But This figure really accurately represents Frank Gorshin. I would call it an A. And then we've got Judy Newmar's Catwoman. I wish she had a mask, but the new hairpiece is brilliant. It matches her perfectly, and that looks exactly like her in the show. I couldn't give it anything less than a B, and I'm probably going to give it an A. Next up, okay, we got some Mighty Micros, so it's time to do some bullying. Let's bully some babies. So this theme is for babies. So we've got very, very tan, tiny Batman. F. I'm incapable of letting children have nice things. I can only make them cry. So, Mighty Micro's Catwoman. I'll be honest, that torso is cool as hell. The cat on the thing, that's really cool. D. Then we got Mighty Micro's Robin. I hate him. I actually do hate that one. That's not a joke. Then we've got Bane, where he's got a B on him, which is definitely interesting. Probably still an F. Then we've got Mighty Micro's Flash. How is he running? How's he gonna run? His legs don't move. F. Then we got Captain Cold. And yeah, you're gonna be Captain Cold because I'm gonna throw you in my freezer and leave you there. F. Okay, wrapping it up. We got 3 more figures. 3 more figures that I'm calling the stream, and we'll do the tier list part 2 another time. And this one is full of really awesome figures as well. But 3 more figures, and they're good ones. So luckily we get to end on a high note. Deadshot. This figure was a long time coming. We waited for a very long time. I think it came out in 2017. But it's very good. Color scheme on point. Printing on point. Good figure. He's very good. A tier figure, easily. Then we've got this Harley. Easily one of the best designs ever put to a Lego figure. The color scheme is blissful. The printing is brilliant. She looks fantastic. S tier Harley Quinn. And then finally, Pirate Batman. Again, very tan, but the printing is perfect again. The boots the house down. Houston, I'm deceased. Amazing. It's at least an A, but honestly, I might put it in an S too. It's really good. And with that, and me showing my computer background again. There we go. Look at this funny cat. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you just arrived, L. If you're just heading out, it's been lovely having you. Thank you for joining. Again, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/mycopath. I wasted 3 weeks of my life making that Pulp Fiction animation, so go to my channel and watch that too. You will not be disappointed. I love you all very much. Have a good evening, wherever you are, and I'll see you when we finish the stream.